Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to 3Y TV. Hope you enjoyed your Easter last week or last Sunday. And tonight, we're back for round 11 here for the OSCA Xfinity Series. And we head here to Talladega for the Runawayantlope35 on Twitch 160. That's a mouthful. Here at the famous Talladega Super Speedway. Practice just winding down as we speak. And tonight should be a good battle, lot on the line here as far as the playoffs are concerned. And the battle for the last position really heating up here tonight. Some stuff to keep a close eye on. Austin Beers currently in that 13th and final spot in the chase standings. And Dustin Dewar and Kyle Carlson, between the two of them, they are a total of 3 points back. Carlson 3 points back in 15th. Dewar 1 point back in 19th. And Monticelli 12 points back in 16th. And so a lot of guys even behind them. Conrad 25 points back. Bracy 34. Tarble 36. So a lot could change here with the unpredictability that we have here tonight at Talladega, and two 30-lap halves with a top 18 inverted. Yes, top 18. Embrace the chaos here tonight as we got a full field of cars out here. I believe the count right now. Elmo embraces the chaos. I believe we have close to 40 cars out or signed up for the race here tonight. So things should get exciting once we get things underway. See some of the cars running in a pack here. Some of the sad and fat racing teammates running. We've got the promo car back out there. Oh, Johnny. Here's Johnny. Mr. Excitement, Johnny Thomas in the 44. Getting wrecked by his old car. And here as we're getting ready to... real life situations we might be seeing here once we get going. Green flag. That's not normal. David Westergreen was trying to.
I think he just realized he was on camera.
Yeah, he got nervous.
He's like, "Oh crap! Turn off my anti cheat."
As he almost went through the 83 car of Leininger, as practice is now concluded here, I believe. Looks like I see a car spinning out there. Winding down, 4 seconds left. And they'll get ready to go for qualifying for tonight's. What was the name of the race again? That was a multiple. Runawayantlope35 on Twitch. Follow him on Twitch.
Almost spilled the beans.
160. I did almost spill the beans. I'm glad I had that saved on my computer here because I knew I was going to mess it up at some point.
I had the
GIF ready. Practice is over. What was that?
I had the GIF ready. I was about to press it.
Oh man, I'll do my. I'm sure it's going to be warranted at some point here tonight. Although hard to do, out of the corners here at Talladega being pretty much wide open. It's almost impossible to have too much beans here, but we might see something meme worthy here tonight. To see Damian Leininger coming out for his qualifying lap in that 83. Normally was supposed to be Johnny Thomas's car. Damian right now coming into tonight, third place in the points, just behind Vincent Isabella. So kind of handed the keys over full time here for Damian Leininger in that 83. That's why we see Johnny Thomas running the car that steals my heart, the number 44. See him out there representing the OSCA Promoters option there. Damian getting to the line. He's getting ready to see what his strategy is. In different cars here too, different vehicles, go in the truck. Sometimes it's easier, better to run the bottom. I think even in the next gen, I think in the Xfinity cars, you want to run where Damian's running on that high side, build up that momentum, and then on your second lap, hug that yellow line around the whole track, shortest way around. This kind of builds that speed up on that outside. Swinging it like a a rock on a stick. There's probably something that it's called, but I don't know. Like a yo-yo, like Michelangelo did in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2: Secret of the Ooze.
Was that before or after he painted the Mona Lisa?
That was a little bit after, like maybe like a week after. And here's Kynan Jones, a new, different look for the Land Shark here tonight. Ready for his qualifying run.
He's got a special paint scheme on that car. I left the notes on the broadcast chat.
Oh, I better go check because I
you don't read my messages?
I check it way too late and I missed some. So I'm gonna look that up as
actually
we
no,
watch
excuse
him.
me. No, it's not Kynan. It's Monticelli.
Oh, Monticelli.
Here we go.
Let's see. Now I'm not looking at the car here. I can't quite make out what's on that car. Where is it on the broadcast notes? I'm
just scroll up. It's like use your eyes. You're spilling the beans.
Oh, here we go. He's running a scheme for a good cause here tonight. He's running to raise some awareness for the USS the Sullivans, which sank in Buffalo Naval Park recently. And I think, didn't we have a race sponsored by that last season?
We did, but it was to do the opposite of what he's doing.
Okay, so he's actually okay. Okay. So yeah, he's trying to raise some awareness so people can help put some efforts to refloat her and save her, and that would mean a lot for Monticelli, and hopefully I didn't screw it up by mentioning the race last year. That's
yeah, you did.
That's awkward. My bad. So hopefully we didn't jinx Monticelli here either. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah. Whoop! Right by me. Because as of right now, we do have a couple of fat and sad teammates up on top of the leaderboard in Damian Laniger and David Westergreen 1-2. Johnny Thomas in that promoter's option sitting in third. Nick and Delgado in fourth. Some guys here yet to qualify. Right now watching that 29 car, I believe. No, that's the 05. I'm sorry, that's Robert Hill.
Do you need
similarly
your eyes
painted
checked?
Mohawk. I do. See, I'm wearing glasses, but not my regular glasses. I'm wearing those like blue light filter ones, so I can like go to sleep after this. And obviously, I'm still learning how to read in general. It's a lot going on, and qualifying is complete. Chad Thornquist late on the pole. I think right before qualifying came down, he jumped up to the top of the leaderboard. So the 0-2 of Chad Thornquist leading the way here for the Runawayantlope35 160 here at Talladega. You'll see the running order as they qualified here. Good qualifying run as Robert Hill, the 05, not the 29 that we were watching, getting third spot. Zach Rogers, who runs that 29, he has a good starting spot in 7th. Zishan Duro, good to see him back in that 10 once again. Getting a top 10 start in 8th. 40 cars total here tonight. So good, full, plentiful field here. So hopefully these guys get friendly with each other early. And they can run this relatively clean. And you see the rest of the here. Was it 12th? I can't quite see. 13th through 24th. A little fuzzy on the screen at the moment. And now going 25th all the way down to 36th running in order. And Austin Beers, got to point out, gotta kind of keep an eye out on him. Really not feeling under the weather here tonight.
He's not feeling under the weather?
He's not feeling well. I was kind of starting to say two different things there.
Are you okay?
I don't know. I've been a week off. I'm I'm trying to shake off the rust here or something. I don't know what's going on with me. But
Hey, look, if you're a little stiff, I have the perfect product for you.
ooh, icy hot. Was it? Dang it! I forgot. I was just talking about this like this week at work. Icy to numb the pain or to relax. No, wait. Hot to relax the way. Oh my goodness, I messed it up.
I see to lock the pain, or trap the pain. Hot to relax it away.
Yeah, there.
Have you seen this new commercial where he's singing in the shower?
No.
It's pretty funny.
I want to see it. Man,
yeah, I don't think it has anything to do with Icy Hot, but it's pretty funny.
I mean, it's Shaq in a commercial. It's got to be pretty legendary. All right, field is rolling off on the for the first half here. 30 laps again. Top 18 will invert. Chad Thirdquist in that 0-2. Going to be leading the field. A lot of teammates and alliances right behind him. Got E-Shift Motorsports and you got Fat and Sad Racing. The rack racing guys, just to note, Timothy Conrad, Tarblin 17, and I believe the McLean and the 5, they kind of teamed up and they're running some Richard Petty throwbacks as well. Those are pretty cool looking cars. Hopefully get to see them up front racing for the lead before the night is concluded here. So going through turns 3 and 4, getting ready, tightening those belts one last time before the chaos begins here. In the OSCA ladder series race, I think most of the races run 3 wide. These guys are not afraid to send it, and these guys usually put on a pretty good show, relatively clean as you can be when you're 3 wide. This is going to be a fun one to watch indeed. So sit back, enjoy the show. Pace Truck's going to dive down pit road. That's going to be a long time before we go to green, because I'm sure if you ever watched a real NASCAR race at Talladega, it's not the tri-oval middle there. It's halfway down the exit of the tri-oval to turn 1. So once they get close to that Geico restart zone, they'll be able to hit the loud pedal and go green flag racing. The green flag is out. Thornquist is going to lead him to the charge, see if he gets a good jump and clear him. Westergreen trying to give Leininger a good push on the outside. He's going to get a good run. Here he goes. And that top line, generally, if they can get formed up decently, that's usually something. It always ends up being the fastest way around the track. And right now, Leininger taking point. We see, I believe that's Robert Hill dropping to the back of the pack. And that's a no-no. Can't pass below the yellow line, but you can surrender spots as he's going to tuck in. Looks like behind his teammate, Dallas Mahan, in that 26. Now, Delgado in that 7. He's going to take a look at the lead here coming out of turn 4. Who's going to lead lap number 1? See if that top side can get a run, but it looks like Delgado and Zishan on the bottom. Going to lead the charge and lead lap number 1. A lot of racing to go here at Talladega. 2x2. Inside line, a little more disciplined at the moment. Almost 2 cars cleared of that top lane. Looks like some guys trying to jumble around. Tate Lytle sneaks up to the top of the racetrack behind Adam Tepe in that 96. And they were showing me videos of that wrestler. It's on Tepe's car, and I already forgot his name, but it was interesting. I can tell you that. Here we got Damian Leininger on the outside, looking like he's going to get a run coming out of turn number 4. He's gotten alongside Delgado, but can he lead this lap? Coming to the line, looks like Delgado leads it that time around. It's always interesting with the strategies, how they play out. I mean, generally, these guys are are playing pretty nice at the moment. You see some guys, like they like to battle up front, constantly be in the lead. Generally, probably being the leader is one of the safer spots out on the racetrack. Some guys want to be just on the tail end of that lead pack, and some guys even back off enough to try to avoid any chaos that could happen up front, especially with 40 cars. Generally, there should be someone out on the racetrack that you can draft with. Coming to complete lap number 3, side by side here, coming to the line. Who's going to lead this time? Leininger and Indelkato battle the line. Indelkato looks like he has it once again. We are on lap number 4. 30. Oh, Zishan and Leininger almost getting together. That bottom line's going to rocket out of turn number 2. And we even see a third line forming up on the top side. I believe that's the 35 leading the charge out there. And Timothy Conrad, one of those Richard Petty throwback paint schemes. Looks like Dylan Thomas and Chris Jordan following alongside with Austin Beers. He's going to try to perform a Michael Jordan flu game. See if he can get a win here tonight. There's a lot of guys now jumping up to the way top side, rim riding right by the wall. Longest way around the track, but if you get that formed up, it can be hard to beat up there. Kind of the Dale Jr. line. He used to be the Pied Piper, leading the pack right on that third line.
It was the BR line.
The BR line. JR line, Junior line. Oh boy, looks like Utepe got a little swirly down the backstretch. The Collect to keep going here. As Indelkato currently holding serve up front. But behind him, 3 wide. Guys trying to jumble, trying to get in what line they want to be in. Damien Leininger cut right in front of Kean Raleigh. He's leading that top side. Guys wanting to get in that third lane, can't quite do it. That middle lane is going to become the sucker hole pretty quick if they don't get enough guys forming up. Indelkato's now choosing that middle line, leaving the door open for Zishan Dura on that inside to try to take the lead.
You don't remember Talladega BR? And the BR line?
No, I don't.
That was the thing that Junior like told his team to tell Truex, like, hey Truex, remember Talladega BR, because BR was the username of some guy that like did like NR 2003 tracks, like realistic versions. As there's a wreck.
Big one early. Damian Leininger, third quest, Johnny Thomas involved. Oh, and it
no
looks
caution.
Like Jack Rogers. No caution on the speedway, all happening on the apron. We keep rolling. Heavy damage to that 29 machine. Things just getting a little too tight up front. That's going to thin things out. And now you got Zishan Dura getting pushed by Dylan Thomas. We'll take a look at the replay. What happened there? Ooh, it looked like Indelkato. I don't know if he got loose coming into the corner. It looks like he was wiggling a little bit. And Leininger kind of stacked up the field behind him. Timothy Conrad, what a job saving that thing. That could have been a lot worse for that 35. He's currently still scored in that 10th position. And a hard hit to the inside wall for that 44 of Johnny Thomas. I was telling him before the race I was secretly rooting for him, but now it's out in the open. Number 44, always near and dear to my heart. As Dylan Thomas takes the lead on the outside. Two by two, Zishan Dura on the inside. And they got 2 friends down on the bottom of the racetrack, Nick Indelkato, Kean Raleigh. We've seen the drama unfold here in front of our eyes here in the OSCA Xfinity Series. But right now they're working together at the moment early on here. Chris Jordan tries to shoot up to that third line, nothing doing. Now Zishan Dura is a sitting duck as Indelkato and Kean go to the outside. Looks like they're going to power by the 10 car, take the lead, go right back to the bottom. And Indelkato returns up front to his lead position. Now, just a note with that little bit of a skirmish. Now, it's about the 17 cars still kind of in this pack that we're watching right here. The 18th on back where Lineman is, they're about almost 3 seconds back of that 17 car of Jordan Tarble. After trying to check up, trying to miss some of the wrecks, maybe some guys even gotten a little bit of damage in that as well. So maybe need a caution to catch back up with the field after that incident did not bring out a yellow. I think we've seen one car down low going into the pits. And that might have been one of the petty cars. I couldn't quite see who went down on the pit road there. Or off on the apron as Dylan Thomas takes the lead now in that purple machine. As even though there's a lot less cars here up in this pack, really still pretty aggressive here up front towards the front of this field. Adam Tepe now is the guy kind of on the back end of this pack trying to keep his nose clean as much as he can. And he's right alongside Steven Schumann. We haven't seen him in a couple weeks, so glad to see him back out here. Making his OSCA Xfinity Series debut, or not debut, return. In the debut season, he was a Final Four contender for the championship. Now in Delgado, Dylan Thomas battling for that lead, getting a push from old Blue Wheels, Vincent Isabella.
It's back!
It's back!
It's back!
It's the curse is over. Whoop whoop. Gotta love it. Das Wheel Party.
Ah, das.
Yeah. It's Vincent Isabella. The curse has been lifted. The curse that was never really put on here. Now under 20 laps to go here in half number 1. 19 to be exact. That is just under 20. As right now that inside line having the advantage. Chris Jordan in that 4 car trying to push Isabella to the front. Now they're going to shoot. Oh, looks like they're going to look on the outside. Bunch of Beers Motorsports Toyotas right behind that 1 car, Vincent Isabella. Trying to make a move. They thought about it. They tuck back in line and try to push Isabella back up towards the front. And I can't tell on Isabella's car if that's the way the paint scheme goes or if he has damage. I think that might actually be the paint scheme, kind of playing an optical illusion on me here. Now Dylan Thomas pulls out front on the outside. He's going to lead this lap. Isabella's, he made an aggressive move to tuck down to the inside. And he's going to try to take the lead going into in the middle of turns 1 and 2, and he will do so. And Delgado, Isabella battling down the backstretch. Kean rallying that 75, trying to push Isabella almost below the yellow line. And what's kind of interesting, I was kind of looking at the scoring here. With that pack now led by Dustin Dewar in 18th. They are about a little over 5 seconds back, but that spot there is going to get interesting, I think, too, before the race is over, because that is going, if this stays green, that's the battle for the invert spot. And right now, Dusty leading that pack. We got Dallas Myhan, Brent Jones, Dave Carpenter right in that pack as well. Aaron Lineman, who was leading that pack earlier. So that could be the race within the race here, as right up front now we are 3 wide as Keenan Raleigh going to the inside. He got it done earlier this season at the Super Speedway race, the season opener at Daytona, running for Shift Esport. bunch of positions jockeying right at the moment. John Lynch now trying to follow behind Kean Rally for that second spot right alongside Zishan Dura in that 10 machine. Adam Peeler looks like he had some damage from that wreck. He's on the outside trying to avoid the pack, trying to avoid the chaos here. Kean Rally holds serve up front to the lead. Zishan Dura side, just right alongside, trying to battle for that lead position. Be 15 laps to go once they get to the line. And it doesn't take many cars to put on a great show here at Talladega. 17 car pack, shuffling spots every lap. 2 wide, 3 wide, they've done it all. About half the field kind of losing touch with this front pack. They're still side by side down the backstretch. There we go, 3 wide once again. Isabella towards the top. He's not going to choose to sit in 4th spot for too much longer, as now he's going to move into 2nd, riding around the outside. Losing a little bit of time there to the top 2. Not enough cars quite up top to help Isabella. He's now going to drop back. He's a threat to drop out of the top 10. Now Jordan kind of bails on him for his teammate, Austin Beers. How about this? Timothy Conrad in that Petty scheme. We get to see one of them up front, and Tarbell as well, right behind. There are a couple cars behind in that 17 in those Petty throwbacks. Rack racing, awesome throwbacks, and that 35 car too has got to be one of my favorite Petty throwbacks. The more red-based one. It was something a little different. I think he ran in the mid-70s. Kind of cool. With Tarbell kind of run, I think, one of the later schemes that Petty ran, probably before he hung it up back in 1992. Zishan Dura taking the lead once again. He's got Mr. Send It himself, Shane DiMantova, right behind in that 69, flat black. A couple unsponsored cars leading the way. Damian Leininger going a lap down after he got involved in that skirmish earlier on in this half. Side-by-side battle for the lead, but Zishan's not getting much help at the moment. And the top 3 are going to clear. Zishan pull in front and get to the bottom line. No, they're not quite sure where they want to go as Kean goes up to the top. He's going to try to pass Shane DiMantova on the top side, coming to the line. Who's it going to be? It looks like that 75's back out front once again. Going to lead this lap. 12 laps to go here in half number 1. 3 wide now for 2nd spot. No help for the 03. He might fall out of the top 10 like we seen Isabella do not too long ago. He'll have to collect himself, trying to make another run as this half winds down. You see Zishan, he's trying to get to the back end of this pack as well. Knows as every lap ticks away, the intensity is going to ramp up just a little bit more. You see the guys up front. You got Shane pushing Kean as hard as he can in that 69 machine, trying to push him up to the lead. There's John Lynch in that 98. Can he lead this lap? Looks like Kean will get him, just barely edging him, or maybe I think maybe John might have got the lead on that lap. Oh, cars wiggling. This is where it can get dangerous as they are able to gather it up and avoid the chaos. As Kean in that 75 been pretty consistent up front. Up in this top pack, he's guy that hasn't really got shuffled out yet. There you see Damian once again. He's on the apron now. Looks like he's pulling it onto pit road. As, he's currently scored in the 38th position, 4 laps down. And now 3 wide battle up front. I think Shane might have led that lap. Might have been close from Lynch again on that top side in that 98 machine. Oh man, there's not much room for error going 3 wide in the corners. Getting a little squirrely, but they're able to hang on to it. Now down the backstretch. Who's going to get the best push? Right now it looks like Austin Beers not feeling well here tonight, but he's going to go for the lead. Oh! Jordan sends the 98 of John Lynch up into the wall. Looks like they're both able to keep going. Lynch is going to fall in the back half of this pack. Hopefully keep up with the draft. See some cars head down pit road. And yeah, a lot of these cars heading down pit road as Westergreen, Isabella coming down pit road. So yeah, didn't mention it, but yeah, pit stops will need to be made. And I gotta wonder, especially with guys like Kean Raleigh, I think we see the Indelcato still up there as well. 2 cars that have been up front for a good portion of this race, not really benefiting from the draft, but you also want to pit with a group of cars as a lot of the fat and sad teammates there coming in together. You're getting their service done, getting back underway. Oh, we do have people in the infield care center. Oh, we got 2 people. First up, we'll have to bring in our pole sitter here as green flag pit stops are underway. And up here in the booth with us, they're just being released here from the infield care center. Chad Thornquist. Chad had an awesome qualifying run, but unfortunately ended early.
Yeah, I should have stuck by my word of backing out, and then I saw an opportunity to go to the outside of the 10 and the 7, so I decided to try and go for the lead right there and then maybe drop off once I got past, but I forget the 7 makes some, I don't want to say questionable, but very impulsive moves, and then that caused the 83 check up, move up the track, and then 35, I forgot what the word check up means, and took it 4 wide, wrecked a few of us, including a couple of my teammates.
So yeah, very, very unfortunate. Yeah, especially for you and your teammates there. But what's the strategy going into half number 2? You know you got the speed and you didn't really get to flex your muscles too much in half 1. So what are you looking for in half 2?
Win.
So is it just all about sending it now?
It's not about sending it, but I have a strategy, and that's going to get me to 1 word: win.
Win. You're calling it. I like it. I'm just picturing you right now, just sitting there doing the Babe Ruth pose, just calling a shot, going out there and winning it.
Gonna want to get the camera ready while you're at it.
Ooh. Hey, and we have some Eckert popcorn, and be sure to pick up your Johnny Eckert popcorn, but don't do what Johnny does when, he eats popcorn. It's kind of scary.
That's a real thing now, bro? I heard y'all talking about this at Indy.
No, there's no real Eckert popcorn.
Good. Bro, y'all are milking it now.
Hey, there's an opportunity there.
How does Carlos feel about it?
I like to keep out of it.
He likes to keep out of it. Well, best of luck to you, Chad, in half number 2, and good. Congratulations on your pole run. Just kind of unfortunate you weren't able to enjoy it.
It doesn't matter when I win half 2.
I love it. Chad Thornquist, best of luck, man.
Thank you.
And we'll get him back into the infield care center. Next up, we'll bring in Johnny Thomas, and Johnny was a man after my own heart
for the rest of the half.
Who Johnny is?
Yeah.
Oh, Johnny. Hey, Johnny, you're a man after my own heart here.
Hey,
running that 44, but man, unfortunately, ended early for you.
I didn't get a too good of a run for you this first half. I'm just sitting back here eating some Johnny Eckert popcorn.
I love it. See, Carlos, he gets in on it, and he just, he's been absent for a while. Well, it's great to see you back out on the racetrack. Well, short-lived here in half number 1, but fortunately, you'll get to to join us up here in the booth for the rest of it and get another crack at it in half number 2.
Yeah, I've definitely missed racing OSCA. I raced full time last year. And, it was disappointing to miss so many races, but I'm back here at Talladega. I'll be back a couple more times. Hopefully I get that promoter's option. I actually joined full-time or part-time this year with the 83, but Damien's been doing so good. I don't want to kick him out of his own ride, so he's got a championship to win.
I know you guys are talking about, was it weird running alongside the 83 car?
It was, but he was, whoa, we got Eckert here, a little sideways.
Ooh.
Oh,
almost getting into Dewar there as well on pit road.
It was different. I've never driven next to my own car. It was a little bit strange.
It had to be strange here as we see the guys getting in that second pack, getting their service done. I believe Joseph Penn in the 41, the only car not coming down pit road. He's going to be a lonely man. And wonder what the strategy is there. Maybe just get a bonus point, try to lead a lap.
Yeah, it looked like I've been watching on the 3Y TV YouTube page. It looks like that first group pitted about 3-4 laps before this group, so it'll be interesting to see where they end up.
Yeah, see what strategy here pays off. As right now, Westergreen and Indelcato battling for what would be the race lead once Joseph Penn, who has come down pit road.
I told Carlos I need to shake the rust off. I'm joining the OSCA 3Y TV booth next week, so figured I'd come up here for a couple laps, seeing this shootout.
Starting into that broadcast booth on Monday next week.
A little bit longer.
Ooh, that's how Johnny walked in the booth too.
That's how you walk out of the infield care center.
Yep. Except he had a driver's suit on.
I've been sitting in there for about 15 minutes.
I was just so glued to the action. Carlos had to tell me you guys were down there.
I already took a shower and got my fire suit off.
And yeah, you clean up very good. You got that suit on and got the strut going. I love it. Now 3 laps to go here in half number 1. Indelcato retakes the lead. He's got his buddy Kean Rally right behind. And Johnny, we've seen some fireworks between these two before. This could get interesting once again in the closing laps.
Yeah, I think what you got to do if you're Kean is you got to get clear of Westergreen and see if to jump up there as soon as possible, especially with 2 laps to go as we hit the flag now. But if you're that second car in line, you're always so trapped. You got to push the crap out of the first place car to try to get clear of the top guy.
And then on this top side too, just right now not quite getting that run.
Not going anywhere.
Yeah, and it seems like it's relatively even between the two groups here. But now down the backstretch, I think they'll get a run, but going into 3, I think that bottom side will prevail, especially the way that 75 of Kean's pushing Indelcato into 3.
Yeah, and the key is the corners, and it doesn't look like Vince and David is hooked up as good as the 75 and the 7.
Now, do you think is there going to be someone that gets impatient? This pack has dwindled down to about 10 cars now. Do we see any of them jump and try to make it 3 wide? Does it pay with this few cars?
Oh, they broke up there. There's going to be the run right there.
Oh,
Kean broke up.
And that's going to see if Westergreen can clear 1 lap to go. Side by side, Indelcato, Westergreen trying to pinch down that 7, trying to get the side draft.
They got the momentum coming off. They got it. Vince has got the push.
See if he can power through as Kean's getting right on the back bumper. That 7 as it's a drag race down the backstretch. Looks like Westergreen has the advantage. This is going to be a pretty close. It's going to be who can push better.
Up. The top lane's grouped up. You see there's only 2 cars on the bottom, the 19 cars back.
Yep, this could be good for the Fat and Sad team up on the top side.
There they go.
Coming out of the trial the last time. Will Indelcato get 1 last run?
Oh,
Vince
don't turn them.
Oh, 3 wide. Oh! I think Westergreen got him. Isabella at the line.
Oh, man.
And Indelcato down on the apron, finishing in 5th. But Westergreen getting his 3rd career win in the OSCA series and getting his 2nd win at Talladega. So good job for that 9 card. It looked like once Isabella kind of left him out to dry, I didn't think he had a chance there, but able to hang on.
Man, I think that door slam, I don't know if it was Vince that slammed the Indelcato, but that's what did it for Westergreen. I thought that Vince was just going to push him to the win.
Yeah, and well, knowing Vince, he's gonna try to give it 110% every lap, and he tried going for the win. So top 3 for Fat Racing. That's a good first half showing for him. And Wester Green wasn't quite sure how he was going to tackle tonight, but getting the win here in the first half.
Oh, no night race.
I think now he can be pretty aggressive here.
Yeah, it's good for David. I'm speaking with those guys a lot, and I'm in their team channels. So that's good. I mean, they got 1, 2, 3 right there.
Yeah, that's about as good as you can get. And we'll even bring Wester Green up here real quick. And David, how about that? Getting your 3rd career win, 2nd win at Talladega. How does it feel? That was a wild finish, man.
That was awesome, man. I was screaming, dude. That was so much fun. We were working like clockwork, man. Earlier today I posted the Johnny can verify. I posted the picture of when the Stewart Haas cars all lined up in a line and just led like the whole race at Talladega. And I was like, guys, this is us tonight. We're gonna work together. And we pitted together. We took the lead. We tried to just hang the 7 and the 75 out, and they held up on the bottom. I guess it's just kind of the top isn't nearly as good as the bottom. There wasn't really much we could do there, but I mean, Vincent gave me the push. That was the push of a lifetime, man. He did a great job, and we get 1, 2, 3 for Sad Racing, man. That is awesome. That is so cool. Oh man, that is just that's just the best, man. I'm so excited. Huge for the points. Oh, what a freaking great finish, guys.
Yeah, that was awesome. I gotta ask, coming out of the trial, did you think you still had it? Because it looked like Vincent had the run coming out of the trial, and what a wild ending there. It's just crazy.
I was totally fine if Vincent had nipped me at the line there. I was totally fine. I knew he was going down, so I just stayed up. He got into the 7, and I knew we were going to come across the line close. I will absolutely take that every time. Adam finished 3rd. That was just the best teamwork I've ever had in a plate race, man. We did so well together, lined it up, stayed in a line, and right at the end, it all broke our way. It's just awesome. I'm so excited. I hate it for Damien and Chad and obviously Johnny. They all got wrapped up in that early wreck that ended up not bringing out a caution. But man, what a race! I'll take it. The adrenaline rush might cost me the 2nd race, but.
Well, now, before I send both you guys back down there to get ready for half number 2, Johnny, do you have anything for David? Got to shake.
No, this is like roles reversed, David. Usually you're interviewing me. Actually, you're never interviewing me because I'm never in the top 3.
But I'll bring you up. I'll bring you to the booth.
Good job.
Good to the booth.
I jumped up in the booth because I got to get practice for next week for Mondays. That's why I came up there. Hopefully, I won't jump up here in the 2nd race, and I'll see you guys in victory lane.
See, there you go.
Let's go.
Good job, David.
It's Johnny Tate. It's Johnny Tate's turn. Sad race. We got to give one for Fat Racing here. We're gonna do as much as we can to move up. I'm so happy. Got to thank all my guys, Dusty and Tate and Schumann. Also. Just make sure I shout out all my guys there. But oh man, what a race! What a finish! I'm really proud. That was awesome.
So one thing before I send you guys away here is, we were talking a little bit before during, I believe, the ladder race earlier tonight, and you weren't quite sure what your strategy was with the point situation. Now that you got another win under your belt, should clear a little bit more points. Is it just kind of go out there, have fun, be crazy, or you guys gonna team up and go for it again?
Yeah, I got to push Vincent to the win now. That's the goal, man. He was on it tonight, so that's so cool. I'm so happy.
Yeah. See him get those blue wheels curse reverse since he brought him back and get him into victory lane.
Exactly.
Guys, they're about to start the engines.
So
you've missed the drivers to your call.
Guys.
Hey, we'll see you, goody, Carlos. I'm gonna head back down there and try to race.
Hey, when you get wrecked on that one, just come back in here.
Let's get it. If I wreck, I'm coming back in.
Yeah, don't even ask. Just hop on in.
Okay. See you guys.
Yeah, see ya. Yeah,
18 car invert.
Paying attention. 18 car invert. Yeah, we didn't get to mention that, and I believe that will put Brent Jones. Oh, you did. Okay, so Brent Jones on the pole. Robert Hill Jr. in 2nd. Johnny Eckert will be 3rd. Kynan Jones 4th. Dallas Myhand in 5th. You see the rest of the running order. as how they'll start here in the Runaway Antelope 35 on Twitch. 160 half number 2. And what a win there for Westergreen. What a wild finish. Kind of what Talladega is all about here. As last couple guys waiting to grid up on the field. I think we're waiting for you, Johnny. Maybe he's making some popcorn right now.
He's still here?
He'll be. Well, I know he's still here, but he's he's just eating a couple handfuls of popcorn. Hopefully he got the butter off the wheels, and he'll be able to grip the wheel pretty good, and won't cause any chaos
that's what the
here.
salt is for.
That's true. Salt will get that grip back, and we'll dry the butter up a little bit. As the field rolls off here, getting ready for half number 2. So Robert Hill, we've seen him in the 05, start third in half number 1. Kind of chose to go to the back right away. Of course, with those earlier issues with Thornquist and Johnny Thomas, he kind of, I think, got shuffled out of that lead pack. But now he'll be starting up front once again. We'll have to see what some of these guys' strategies are once they get the green flag. And then we can see kind of Jones in that Land Shark machine looking good. And he brought the white wheels out here tonight. On some of those Beers Motorsports, I think once they got off pit road, didn't get the best pit exit. So we'll be starting up here in the top 10. Brian Osborne, Chris Jordan, and Austin Beers in that 12th spot. Well, yeah, it doesn't take many cars to battle for the lead, but battle for the win. But we'll have 40 cars out here once again. Brent Jones in first. Johnny Thomas, who we had up here in the booth, starting in 40th. And again, he's talking about how weird it was driving next to the 83. He's starting right alongside of him. Going here for half number 2. Again, we should be seeing green flag pit stops if it does remain green, caution free, half number 1. We'll see how aggressive, how wild things get here in half number 2. Maybe we sometimes see in the Gatorade duels, you'll have one calm half, one crazy half. But I think they did a pretty good job doing both. There was some wild action, awesome passes for the lead, good restrictor plate racing, or super speedway racing, I should say. As the pace truck dives down pit road, Brent Jones in that 89 gonna lead him to the green flag for half number 2 of the Runaway Antelope 35 here on Twitch, or live on Twitch, or he might be live on Twitch now. As the field is bunched up and the green flag is out, Johnny Eckert's gonna try to push Brent Jones to the lead. Going to get a good jump going into 1, but that 05 kind of all by himself at the moment, able to hang on. In the meantime, kind of Jones is going to try to get to the bumper and push him to the lead, as right now Jones and Eckert pulling away on that from that top side line. Going down the backstretch, can the 89 of Brent Jones lead the first lap? We haven't seen the pole sitter lead the first lap yet. Thornquist, he got shuffled back to third in half number 1. We'll see where Jones will end up. Looks like everything's kind of calm here on lap number 1. Not too much jockeying. Looks like it's unless someone pulls out now. Brent Jones going to lead lap number 1. That top line really not forming up. No big threats. There you go. Brent Jones leading lap 1. Johnny Eckert second. Dallas Myhan third. Top 3 single file. But behind them, we got 3 wide already. Early on in the going. Oh, Chris Jordan looks like he got a little loose going into the corner. Right in the middle of that 3 wide pack, able to steer clear for the moment. As Eckert's given the 89 to 90. What the sequential numbers just pushing each other up front of the field. And we got the 3 wide TV multicam. Some of those guys that had to get shuffled to the back, see if they can work their way up to the front. Here comes Johnny Eckert on the top side. He's going to be looking for the lead as they come to the line, but I don't know if he's going to get a good enough run. Looks like Brett Jones going to lead lap 2 once again. Johnny Eckert now side by side, 3 wide for the lead. Dylan Thomas up on the high side against the wall, getting a push from Austin Beers. And that 19 Toyota. Oh, it looks like Dylan getting a little internet iffy issues. See some guys, I believe the Indelcado going to the back of the field. He had the benefit of kind of running up towards the top, in the top 5 for most of the half number 1, finishing in 5th. But right now, leading the way, being the Pied Piper, the 89 of Brent Jones. Oh, and the caution's out. Capuano goes around in front of the pack, and they're wrecking on the backstretch. Isabella involved as well. A couple other cars, I believe, can't quite see. It looks like Tepe might have been involved. We were going down pit road. So I'll take a look at the replay. Some guys going through the grass there. That might be... Couldn't quite see who that was there. Might have been Tate Lytle going through the grass. Oh, man. I think Chad Thornquist goes around again. Well, the car's a lot of smoke, and Indelcado just going to the back. Almost got involved in that wreck as well. Lined him into the 72 was the one that's spinning around. Looked like Dewar and Capuano getting the initial contact. Dewar getting loose or something there out of the corner. Not quite sure what happened. And a lot of cars involved in this wreck. Here's a view from Thornquist. We'll see kind of camera on Thornquist here. Almost getting through, cut right in front, I believe, of the Tarble in the 17. He doesn't look like he hits anything. Oh, Zishan just able to squeak by. It's a little bit of damage for a lot of cars out there on the racetrack. See, Tepe, I believe he had to dive to the pits. Try to avoid this one. Schumann going down pit road. Peeler as well. Leininger almost getting into Isabella. And Tepe trying to wool up on pit road to avoid the chaos. It looks like most of the field coming down pit road. I believe the 05 of Robert Hill Jr. staying out on the racetrack. We'll see what the strategy is. It looks like a lot of fuel only just to make sure they can get to the end of the race. Looks like Brent's taking some tires. And there you see Brent Jones, the only one getting tires. He's going to fall back and lose a couple spots. As I believe Chris Jordan was the one who won the race off pit road, and Rasheed Coles in the 54 was another car that stayed out this time around. See the rest of the field coming off pit road. Some guys getting their damage fixed from that caution. I see Coles on now. He's falling back to 4th. Not quite sure what's the scoring issue there. I don't see him on the track right now. Oh, that's because I think he's the petty car, isn't he? That's where I got confused. Used to see him in the camo colors. Robert Hill Jr., see what his strategy is, if he's going to come down pit road this time, or maybe thinking the caution will be enough to make it to the end of the race, or maybe he just wants to get that lap led, go to the back of the pack. And oh yeah, that for sure, that is Coles in that 54. He's running the Petty Challenger, the Dodge, or the Challenger scheme in the 70s. I think that's what they called it. A little before my time. We're on lap number 5 of 30 after the big one between trigger between Dustin Dewar and Thomas Capuano brings out our first caution, not only of the half here, but of the night in general. So relatively clean racing all the way around. Let's see if Robert Hill chooses to go down pit road this time by. No, but I think Rasheed Coles will duck down pit road. Get service done. Might get the 1 to go signal this time by. I believe a couple of those rack racing machines choosing to pit this time by, maybe looking to form up in the back, trying to team up and get going once we get closer to the end of the half. And Brett Jones was another car that came back down pit road. Maybe after losing that lead, he would have been starting about 13th. So maybe just he might be another strategy to sit in the back and let the guys duke it out in the beginning of the run and make a charge late. Dropped my phone, that was loud. So 24 laps to go once we go back to green flag racing. Robert Hill will be your leader. Chris Jordan on the outside. And again, leader has lane choice where he wants to restart, the top or the bottom. He chose the bottom side, and he's going to be right ahead of his teammate Dallas Mayan. And we'll see what kind of push and see if they work together on this restart. Trying to work their way up to the front. You see Zach Evans, he was running pretty strong up there in the lead pack in half number 1 for most of the half. He's back up there in the 6th position in that MeFine Foundation Ford. Good to see Zach out front. And a couple of those Beer Motorsports Toyotas sprinkled in there with Osborne in 5th. I believe Beers is in 12th, and Jordan up front again in that 2nd spot on the outside line. As the pace trucks diving down pit road. Once they get on the exit of the trial, we'll be back to green flag racing, and we'll settle this. Half number 2, 24 laps. And the green flag's out. Robert Hill leading the way. Teammate Myhan getting a good jump from most of the rest of the pack. This could almost be more harm than good. Getting almost too big of a jump, but Johnny Eckert's going to dive to the inside, leaving that 4-car of Chris Jordan on the outside, but he's going to have his teammate Brian Osborne see if he links up with that 4-car. And well, he's going to give him room. And he's going to stay in that 4th position. As right now, it looks like the field calming down a bit, mostly single file. Now they shoot up to the outside, led by Johnny Eckert, being pushed by Dylan Thomas. And now, hey, we're even 3 wide now. As John Lynch in that 98, he's going for it. Rim right down the outside in that 3rd lane. Coming to complete the first lap of green flag racing since our last caution. And the E-Shift, or Shift Esports, I always screw that up, leading that lap, 1-2, Hill Myhan. Shout out to the Mohawk Foundation as well. Right now they're under threat by Mr. 2-time Johnny Eckert. 3-time, why can't I remember that right now? Anyway, Eckert up top taking the lead. There you see the 83 of Damian Leininger. After getting wrecked out early in half number 1, he's worked his way all the way back up in the 39th starting position, up into the top 5 at the moment. Until the line that time by, Robert Hill leads that lap once again. And Damian trying to get to that outside. One thing I know about Damian, he likes getting as close to the wall as possible. He likes rim riding. It doesn't matter what track they're at. I could even try it at Martinsville if it would kind of work. Because now Dylan Thomas, only 2 cars up on that 3rd line. They might be left all alone They're working past, trying to work past Johnny Eckert in that 90. Leads those two Mohawk Foundation Fords on the inside, holding up front. Eckert's going to try to get one last charge going into the trial. We'll see who can lead this lap. But he's getting a real good push there by Austin Beers, and it looks like Eckert's going to lead that time by. That was close. 21 laps to go, 2 by 2. Almost through the top 10 at the moment. Almost all the way through the top 10, almost as if they were on their pace laps at right now. And the cars in the back trying to settle it out, trying to figure out what they want to do. We've got now the 3-wide TV multicam. See, Dylan Thomas still stuck on that outside line. He's dropped all the way back into 21st position. So really losing touch, where he was just trying to make a pass for the lead not too long ago. There he'll finally file back into formation. And he's got a lot of work to do, get back up front. There you see half number 1 winner on the top of your screen, David Westergreen. He's got a couple of the fat racing boys around him there. They're trying to pull the same strategy that they did in half number 1. Right now, Austin Beers looks to go on in the inside. Johnny Eckert battle for the lead. Looks like he's got the momentum. Just as I say that, Eckert gets a good push from John Lynch coming into the trial. Well, once again, timing this out just right is that 90 of Johnny Eckert. He led that time by. And now the top line really getting things rolling. Lynch not afraid to be aggressive here, trying to look at the inside, even though he's Johnny's teammate here tonight. And now going 3 wide, Lynch on the bottom, Damien on top. Bottom line doesn't have much of help down there, as Leininger's going to get the lead going into turn number 3. And a lot of teammates, he abandoned his teammates to go right to the bottom of the racetrack, right in front of the two Outlaw racing machines, the 98 and 90 of Lynch and Eckert. So now he's going to come to the line, try to lead this time by side. I think Johnny got him once again. 18 laps to go. And now the loyal pushing that Tate was giving him all gone. That inside line really losing that discipline. As now DJ Weeks rocketing Johnny Eckert to the lead. And 3 wide, things getting jumbled up. Here's Isabella, who got involved in that caution. He's up top with those fat and sad racing boys. And he's right now the field's jumbled up so much, he's at 12th. And he's not even that far away from even being in the top 5 if that outside line gets a good push, although that's getting pretty depleted. And some of these guys trying to dump down low, making contact.
Wrecking in the back.
Between Westergreen. Oh, they're wrecking. Oh, and Timothy Conrad going around.
Thomas.
Dylan Thomas. Oh, man. And, Rowdy Burns of Kyle Carlson getting involved as well. And some angered words in the driver's chat. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's between the 35 and 72. Almost looks like Conrad on the apron, shot up the track. Monticelli might have got lucky there with a little bit of net code benefit from that as well.
Checkup.
Oh, checkup.
And then,
oh man, check up in the contact. I think Lineman didn't have too much control over his car after getting that contact. Either did Lineman or Conrad, and they eventually put Conrad straight into the outside wall. And that was a good hit for that 35. But not too many other cars involved as of right now. Tate Lytle is your leader. So he was able to nose ahead as the caution came out. Johnny Eckert holding on in second, Austin Beers in third, DJ Weeks fourth, and Chris Jordan rounds out your top 5 at the moment. Eckert running the apron. Hopefully he's not worried about fuel pickup. And right before the caution came out, as we've seen the contact there between a bunch of the guys in the top 10. They're able to keep it straight, keep it going, but it looks like the intensity really ramping up here as we're hitting the halfway point in half number 2. See some cars going down pit road. D Mantova, Leininger, McLean rally down pit road as well. Some guys maybe getting a little bit of that damage fixed if they got scuffles in the first couple incidents. So Tate. Wrong fat teammate there. Damien's back. Actually, I thought Leininger. Well, I don't know who. Aaron Leineman. That was the LEI, not Leininger. Is Damien's the same initials for pit road?
It's the first 3 letters of the last name.
Yeah, so it would be. That's where it got confusing. So he's still Leininger's still holding on to 7th. Leineman down pit road. Of course, we've seen him in that last caution, so that makes a little bit more sense. Is now in the second half, we were again just seeing that things ramp up towards the front. I think it's only going to get crazier as this race winds down. Just a few notes. The pole sitter for half number 2 here, Brent Jones, he's up in the 22nd position. And our pole sitter in half number 1, Chad Thornquist, he called out a victory. He is in the 14th spot. We do have Jordan Tarble. We'll bring him up from the infield care center. And he was rocking one of the petty throwbacks for Rack Racing, but as of right now, he is scored 39th, 8 laps down. Jordan, I think he got caught up in that big wreck in the first caution. What happened to end your night?
Well, it's a lot of different things. I couldn't really do anything, being in the back of that, but I tried my best. We really wanted to run the petty schemes tonight for Rack Racing, and they all look good, and I appreciate my teammate Tim for making them. So
yeah, those things were very beautiful. I gotta ask, are those gonna be coming out again next week's throwback race?
We're thinking about it. I did start up a new league, so Vic did make me a paint scheme on that. So we might bring this back. We might run that one. Who knows? So.
Hey, fair enough. But yeah, unfortunately, here night ends early. Are you gonna try to go back out there? Your other teammate, Tim Conrad. Looks like he's at least a couple laps down here at the moment, I do believe. Gonna try to maybe get back out there to help McLean out there. Or is your car pretty much done?
It's pretty much done. I had like about 6 minutes, so it's pretty much gone. I tried to go back out before the green, but it was underpowered. So
yeah, at that point, not much going on. But before the field goes to green, before I send you off here, any shout-outs you want to give?
Absolutely. My teammates in Rack Racing, they push me to be the best best I can be. I want to shout out Nurse Aviator Racing as well, Alex Kenton, Adam Peeler, those guys over there. And like I said, new league starting, VRA, Virtual Racing Associations. We're running the mods this season, so if anybody's interested in joining, please let me know.
All right, where can you check you out at?
We're on Facebook at VRA Virtual Racing Association, and I also got a Discord. I can send you the Discord if you want me to.
Well, hey, hey, I'm always interested looking at dabbling more racing, and yeah, people out there watching can join in as well. But thanks for joining us out here. Glad to see that you're still in some pretty good spirits after night ending early here, and I'm hoping you at least bring back those petty blue schemes out here at least one more time before the season wraps up.
Yeah, I think we might do it for the last race of the year, before the chase starts. It's kind of what we were kind of thinking of. So we'll see what happens.
We'll see what's shaking up. But hey, yeah, good talking to you, and best of luck to you next week at Rockingham.
Hey, man, thank you.
You bet. That was Jordan Tarbell. I put him in the wrong waiting room. But as the field is going to get ready to go back to green, Tate Lytle choosing the outside line this time. And he's going to have, it kind of broke apart the Outlaw Racing teammates. I think that was a strategy there, as DJ Weeks is now going to be right behind Tate Lytle. Johnny Eckert on the inside. Get the green, 13 laps to go. Tate Lytle leading him back to racing here. Looks like he'll be able to jump up in front, see if he can clear Johnny Eckert going into turn one. But oh, looks like those Outlaw teammates are going to try to go to the outside. Tate's going to throw a block. They are bumper to bumper to bumper going through turns 1 and 2. And Austin Beers on the inside. Again, trying to pull off that Michael Jordan flu-like performance here. Going on the inside, getting a good push from buddy Vincent Isabella. Trying to get that inside line formed up. Looks like they're going to get a good run. And oh, Eckert's pushing Tate Lytle all over the track here, coming out of turn number 4. And it's going to be a heat race here to see who's going to lead this lap. Side by side, Eckert's going to look on the outside. It's going to be 3 wide for the lead coming to the line. Looks like Austin Beer is going to lead it this time by. With Johnny Eckert and DJ Weeks teammates linked up on that outside. But don't look, don't look now. We have the Fat and Sad boys in that middle line working things out. See if Vincent chooses to go with his teammates in that middle line. I don't think he quite had the timing down right there. He's got to stay right behind the 19 at the moment. 3 wide up front. Again, talking about that intensity, it is up. They didn't waste any time going 3 wide. Trying to battle, see who can get to the lead as Tate Lytle has the advantage, but Beers is going to have the run coming out of the trial. But looks like he's going to lead this time by once again. And he does. Isabella, you've seen how he pushed Westergreen to that win in half number 1. Right now he is doing the same for Austin Beers, giving him a good push as we'll be coming to 10 laps to go this time by. But they still got a half a lap to duke it out, see who's going to lead, see if they can get through it cleanly. And man, and then you got to worry if you're Isabella, is that car going to start overheating at any point? For how close he's been right on that back bumper of the 19 machine. And half number 1 winner David Westergreen in that middle line with Tate Lytle trying to push him up top to the top spot. And then way up top, Johnny Eckert and DJ Weeks. That time I think Tate Lytle got him to the line. Now 10 laps to go. This is where maybe more aggressive blocks and lane changes will start happening, but we do have a lot of teams kind of formed up. We see a couple of those sad racing of Vincent Isabella and fat racing of Damian Leininger trying to maybe farm up with their teammates in that middle line if the opportunity does present itself. Now it looks like Isabella maybe trying to just get peaks of air to cool down that engine. But 3 wide all the way around the racetrack. And Vincent actually was talking over the radio. He is trying to peek out for air so he doesn't blow up. Fun and games going on up front, but the very serious business running 3 wide here without wrecking, and they're doing a good job so far. But those Outlaw boys up top, Almost lost a little bit of momentum going into turns 1 and 2, but getting a good run down the backstretch. They're going to take the lead. Let's see if they can keep it up going into the corner. Oh, Leininger and Jordan. Oh, an aggressive move. Oh, and a caution's out. Oh, Johnny Thomas rolls over.
Hit the catch fence.
Man, Ricky Craven that. He did ride the catch fence. And Shane DeMantoba, I believe, is involved there, missing his front end. McLean, the other petty, having some bad luck out there tonight as well. So they definitely got to bring those petty cars back. They are beautiful looking. Take a look at the replay. Leininger really trying to make an aggressive move going to the inside, and chaos just kind of ensued behind him. McLean nowhere to go. And man, oh man, was that Conrad? I can't tell. That was McLean. That was McLean in the 5. And Leininger trying to bully his way to get up to kind of his teammate. And man, I don't know that Johnny there. He almost looked like Austin Dillon at the end of the 2015 Pepsi 500 or 400.
The Coke Zero 400, but I
Coke
do love
Zero,
that.
I'm sorry.
I mean, to me, it used to be the Pepsi 400.
Yeah, to me, even though I do prefer Coke over Pepsi, but
I don't.
It's still it's Pepsi 400. Well, shame on you.
Shame on you.
That was a wild ride there for Johnny Thomas.
You're fired.
You're fired. Yes, now we have coming to 7 laps to go. Tate Lytle holding on to that lead. As oh, he fired himself.
No, you fired me.
And we will be missing the last 7 laps of this race because we're both fired. But Johnny's not fired though. But did go for a wild ride there. We were debating if it was more of a Ricky Craven flip, or did you have more? Was it more of an Austin Dillon experience or Ricky Craven experience through the catch fence there?
I think it was more of a Ricky Craven experience. I actually didn't demolish the catch fence. It kind of just kicked me back onto the track. So.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Luckily, it's just a concussion, and I'll be back.
Yeah, you don't want to come back too soon. Craven talked about that on the Dale Jr. download. So yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait, a few weeks, come back, and hopefully almost win the race, like he said in the download, and something went wrong or something like that. But,
yeah.
I'm glad to be back with you guys.
Yeah, glad to have you back up here. Get the best seat in the house. Although you look like your view was pretty wild and crazy up front there. How aggressive are these closing laps? How aggressive was it getting out there?
These guys are pretty aggressive. I mean, for the most part, I won't join that crowd unless I'm confident that they can hold their lines. And for the most part, they're doing that. Three wide is cool. But I think you guys saw the replay. I don't know. I'm not sure what the thinking was really between any of those guys that try to go 4 wide. And then when you get forced below the line there going into the turn, it usually ends up bad, especially for the people on the high side because those cars get kicked back in there. And I didn't clear it and I got slammed.
Yeah, kind of a victim of circumstances at this point. But, again, overall, between the two halves here, only having 3 cautions, things happen. They've been doing a pretty good job. It'll be interesting to see how these boys will play in the last 6 laps here.
Yeah, no complaints on my end. I mean, half the time you see it in league racing and official racing, that 3 wide sometimes risky, and, we could do 3 wide here without a problem. Let's see what we can do here. We got 6 laps left.
Johnny, who's your pick here in the closing laps?
I'm gonna have to go with Tate. That Days Gone By 56 car. I think David's gonna push him. I don't think David's gonna go 2 for 2, or I don't even know if he wants to go 2 for 2. I think he'd be happy with pushing Tate to the win.
I got Cameron Rich.
Yeah, what was that?
I got Cameron Rich.
Oh, Cameron Rich, you're going to say you're sticking with your pick, and I like it. Tate leads him back to the green flag. 6 laps to go. Good jump for Tate Lytle.
Might be too good of a jump there.
That might have been
We're going to see what happens here because Johnny's going to push the crap out of Beard. Let's see if he can go to the outside.
And that might change the strategy here for Westergreen as well. I think he would have been fine pushing Tate Lytle, but now he's going to be leading that pack
Yeah,
on
so
the
that opens the
outside.
door up for Westergreen. Up, nope, Tate goes to the high side.
Oh, and Westergreen
That's
chooses to
exactly.
stay behind him. Leininger is going to try to shoot up to the top, kind of getting shuffled out there. And it won't take long for these boys to go 3 wide, and here we go.
I always
Austin,
like to see too. Sorry, Goody. I always like to see too. Who's the guy pushing the guy on the bottom? You know, they just break up here. But Johnny is a crazy good pusher. If I was Bears, I probably would have stayed there. I don't know if that's gonna work out.
yeah, as Johnny will take the lead here with 5 laps to go. And I was just gonna mention that Beers, I think, coming in tonight under the weather.
Oh,
Johnny goes around. Oh man, Brett Jones involved. Ian involved. My hand getting some damage there as well. So another one as you're talking about pushing it, and sometimes even in these closing laps, even if you're normally a good pusher, you can get a little antsy there in these closing laps.
we've all done it. Yep, let's see what happens here with the 97.
That kind of
Appreciate
looks
you
like a
got
little
there.
neck Cody.
Little neck Cody. It wasn't lined up right. Johnny kind of was about half a lane up. And just kind of unfortunate situation. Got just again a product of this plate racing again, especially with when you're counting 5 laps to go.
Yeah, not a whole lot of side draft going on. Johnny does open the door up a tiny bit. Weeks, is holding that yellow line and turned him. Like Carlos said though too, there is a little bit of neck code involved, but you're gonna have that Talladega.
Yeah, contact was going to be made, but like the car should not have spun out as quickly as it did.
No, yeah, should have maybe even had a puncher's chance at saving it, which I don't think Johnny did there. And that will give Austin Beers the lead here, as I think we'll be going to a green-white checkered situation here, so this could get real fun.
I mean, who doesn't love free OSCA racing?
That's right. That's extra laps, baby.
OSCA haters don't like free OSCA racing.
But
they don't deserve it.
Probably true. They don't. And I hope they wouldn't tune in, but, you never know.
I'm just really excited, guys. Talladega week, it's fun. It's always a blast to watch these races, whether it be sim races, real life races. I mean, Talladega just puts a smile on your face, don't it?
It does. I'd always be interested, even just to go to race, enjoy the partying out there. I think it'd be a good time, and seeing that even the next gen cars, how they performed in the Daytona 500, put on a pretty good show. I'd be real curious. I think it's gonna be a real fun one on Sunday.
Oh yeah, and you hit it right on the head with how the next gen cars race at Daytona. I think you're gonna have a great show. I think that one thing that next gen cars do produce, I mean, it's just plate racing is phenomenal, just what we've seen.
Yeah, it's been a fun, interesting season. I think in NASCAR in general, just a lot of things you don't expect, and maybe we'll see some dark horse winner even too. I think that'd be kind of fun. We've seen a couple of them already this year with like Chastain, Reddick almost pulling off that dark horse victory at Bristol. That would have been pretty cool, but still a wild finish. Johnny, what's your take on the Briscoe situation? Was that dirty, or was that just hard racing there?
I heard a take actually today while I was listening on a podcast that he was almost a half a track behind Reddick, and he worked so hard to get to that point. And I think he hit a point there going into turn 3 where he said, "I'll either go for it." I mean, if you don't go for it, you're going to think about that, the rest of the year. The rest of your life, you might think, "Man, Bristol was the one that got away." I don't think that was Briscoe's intentions, was to slide it in there. And I think he was just trying to door slam him, and first one out of turn 4 with the momentum wins it. But it looked, the optics of it, it looked horrible. It looked like he just threw it in there and crashed Reddick. But you don't want to wreck both guys. You don't want the third place guy to win, and that's what happened. And if I was Reddick, I would have been a lot more angry than. I mean, he took it great, but it's a two-sided. It's two-sided story there, and I don't mind what he did, but he needed to do a little bit better than what he did.
Yeah, it is so hard to make that car stick, and if you take even Briscoe's words verbatim of just trying to keep that right rear off of him, it did look like he was trying to maybe even slide job in front of him, see it, just hoping
Yeah.
something would stick. But at the end of the day, he didn't go in there and just rear end him and spin him out that way. I mean, it looked like he was trying to make somewhat of a pass, but again, doesn't look good. But it's a part of racing, and I think it's even something you would see any Friday, Saturday night at a local dirt track. So it's something, maybe even for NASCAR fans, it was maybe a little bit of a culture shock. Even though you could argue. Some of you hear on Twitter some of the new age, old age kind of style of racing, but I still believe, especially Johnny, I think we're kind of maybe in that tweener stage of watching old school racing and new school racing. I think we could have seen that 20 years ago or
you could have
today.
seen that. Yeah, you could have seen that in the '80s. Guys start, and you do. You look at old highlights. That stuff happened before. Does it happen more often nowadays? Yeah, but like you said, that happens a lot on dirt tracks around the country. The only thing that's different about dirt tracks around the country compared to NASCAR is the guys that throw it in there. They know that they're going to be fixing it the next day. Briscoe, he doesn't have to fix anything. So he has a more of an allowance to go out there and do those things. But, if Reddick was fixing his own cars and working on them on a weekly basis, then, the outcome after the race probably would have been a little bit different.
Yeah, that's for sure. That is probably one of the biggest factors, I think, from local racing. Even what they call a lot of these spoiled brat kids or silver spoon kids, I think they're called out there nowadays up in the NASCAR circuit. I think in any era, generally, they're not working on their own cars for a long time now.
It's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. But we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. It's going to be Austin Beers choosing the outside line, kind of breaking up the fat and sad combo there.
Yeah, and you saw the last race when I jumped up in the booth, with 2 laps to go and 1 lap to go. Whichever lane had the most cars in it was the lane that prevailed. The bottom lane only had 2 cars. 2 cars pushing. The top lane had about 5 guys lined up. I know Fat and Sad have a lot of guys in that team chat, but really, they're not in line too much, right? If I'm looking at it right, I see Tate in the bottom. David's up top. I got Weeks in third, so they're pretty broken up.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if they can work their way together here. And once we go back racing, green-white checkered situation. Once the green flag flies, Austin Beers is going to lead them to the green flag as they exit the tri-oval. Green is out. Here we go. See what happens. Right now, it looks like DJ Weeks looks like he was giving a pretty good push right on that bumper of Tate, even though Beers gets the early advantage.
I think Beers saw that the outside prevailed last race. I think he's going to stay up there. It's going to be interesting to see if Tate goes up there. I think Tate's going to go up there, if anything, to block.
Yeah, we'll see if that outside line gets a run. Right now, only 3 cars breaking away on that top side.
Getting squirrely in the back.
Yep, getting shuffling up. Now things getting wild and crazy. That's going to lead Tate Lytle and DJ Weeks to break away from this pack here a little bit. Oh, Damian bullying his way to the middle.
His way out there. Damian doesn't have a whole lot of help, so it's going to be interesting to see. Weeks is going to clear Damian. He's going to jump up there.
Nothing yet. I don't think he's got a big enough run to really make a threat to Tate as we get the white flag. 1 more lap to go.
Well, I know if Weeks ain't going to jump up there, Damian will if he can clear him.
Right now, there you see out the back of the 56 machine. Moves are being made all the way behind him. There he goes. Yep, the 1 car goes up top, gets right in front of Damian. And now here goes Tate.
Tate just sitting duck.
Oh, he is. Vincent goes up. Damian. Wow.
Oh, Beers is going to go with Damian.
And now he shoots.
Beers!
It's not going to work, and here's something like a ultra
the whole field.
Oh,
Yep.
it's
Who's going to
2011 again.
There's one car. There's one car that's out there.
This race. He called it. Monticelli second. Doers in third.
Oh my gosh.
He
They're all
broke
dying.
away. He called it.
He called it.
Chad Third Quest Babe Ruth in it. He's gonna win this race, and there is Monticelli coming home in second. How about that? Oh,
That
Chad
was
slumped down.
100% like
Oh
what
my
happened
God,
with Tony
that
Stewart.
is not how he drew it up. That is
Wow.
not how he drew it
I bet you. I'm gonna go to his house right now. He has a notepad, and that's exactly how it was wrote up.
up.
Wow. That did remind me of the Michael Waltrip wreck. Wow. What a finish. What a wild wreck. A tale of two halves. Very clean half number one, and this was the, if you enjoyed chaos, half number two was just for you. Oh, man. Westergreen, I hope he's not prone to seizures there. He went for a wild tumble ride.
Yeah, hopefully
Somebody
he doesn't
saved the
got that
replay
VR.
and sent it to iRacing.
What
Oh, yeah.
a wreck.
What a wreck. I mean, most of the field getting involved in that one.
I'd like to see what happens going into the turn. I know they're 4 wide, and I think whoever was that second car on the inside just cut the nose off.
I'll take a one last look.
Right there, he wasn't clear.
And you know what do you do just that late in a run? Just kind of a product of the racing. And wow, it looked like Tate had an opening for a second, and then it just closes that quickly.
Where was Sternquist running at the time?
Yeah, where is he? I mean, there I see Monticelli on the apron right there. Oh, he's already passed him. Wow.
Yeah, because Sternquist is he's coming out of 4.
That is what a wild wreck. Who's the other car flipping? Was that Tate that was
The thing is,
flipping there as
David
well?
and Tate.
Man, oh
Sternquist
man.
is about 8th or 9th there. 4th car bottom.
That had to be parting of the Red Seas there.
Yeah, it's a good job avoiding that wreck too.
Oh man, Westergreen almost getting into the side of the O2. What a wild run. Look at Zach Rogers. Almost looks like a skateboard riding the wall there.
Peter's in the chat.
Wow. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay.
Literally, there's 2 cars I think that finished the race.
Yeah, that was a wild one. We do have some of our top 3 here in half number 2.
Who was it? Matt Kenseth and Jeff Gordon that finished?
Yeah. I think only a couple cars here finished, but we got the guy who finished 3rd place, and
finish is a strong word.
Were you alive at the? I didn't even see you get through that wreck.
3rd by default.
Yeah, 3rd by default. You'll do it. I know you'll take it, especially fighting for that chase spot. Talk us through what just happened.
Yeah, that was crazy, wasn't it, guys? So early in that race, minute and a half worth of damage. I was down in power, could barely hang on to the pack. So I was far enough back, and that wreck took out the top 15 guys. I was right behind Zach Evans. I got into him a little bit, then I went to the apron and had cars flip over me, missed them. And hey, there I am, 3rd place at the end.
Hey, and I know half number 1, you kind of got in that little bit of a scuffle that kind of divided the field, so that kind of puts you behind the 8 ball, as far as the chase points were concerned. But we're able to flip that here in half number 2. That's got to at least leave you leaving with a smile on your face, with Beers getting involved in that wreck as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. First half of the night was bad luck, and that big wreck happened early in the race, and the field kind of split into 2, and we just lost the main pack in that first race. And that second race, wow, did not expect to finish 3rd in this car, but I'll gladly take it. Had a fast memory lanes Chevrolet here tonight.
Yeah, it was fast indeed. Hey, well, now we're watching you dodge through that wreck, and man, I think the chosen 3 to finish in the top 3, that was pretty wild.
It was wild.
Almost getting into a couple cars, and there you see him make that pass right by Zach Evans to take that 3rd spot. But next
I appreciate Shane apologizing for that first wreck that happened there. That was just a big checkup, and he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and kind of caused the big one here in half number 2. The first big one, I guess you could say that second one was the big one. But Dusty, next week we head to Rockingham, and again, being a guy that's right on that edge of a playoff chase spot. What are your goals going into next week?
Win it.
Go out there and win it. I love it. Hey, we seen Third Quest.
He called it.
He called it. He called it indeed. But with that, well, you kind of already gave shout-outs. Any more shout-outs you want to give?
Miss Goodies Goodies. Love her as a sponsor. Get some homemade goods from Miss Goodies Goodies. Memory Lane's home place. I love you guys. Let's do this.
See, now I got Johnny and Dusty trying to tug on my heartstrings here. I see how it is.
Dusty did a little bit better.
He did. He brought the mom, and he got the mom involved. Well, awesome finish there, bud, and best of luck to you next week. Hopefully, we'll talk to you again up here.
Absolutely, you will be.
Heck yeah, I love it.
Y'all look out. I'm coming.
He's coming. All right, Dustin Dewar coming home in the 3rd position. Next up, Monticelli and Johnny. I'm just glad. I usually jinx him, and tonight I did not do that. And I had to ask Dewar the same question. Monticelli, what was your view of what happened there on that final coming out of turn 4?
Honestly, oh God, I don't know. It's all kind of just hitting me now. Yeah, I got a P2. Especially with like what the car meant to me, like what the paint scheme meant to me.
Yeah,
Man.
running, giving up. I screwed up the thing in the beginning of the race.
Sure
I apologize. I screwed it up bad. And running for the USS the Sullivans, and giving them a good run, getting some awareness out there for sure. And I think if you get through a wreck like that, I think you can raise some awareness for a good cause.
I would agree. I mean, it's like dodging all the problems with the ship that they have for years, and now they have to fix.
That's right. What was your strategy going into tonight? Was it try to miss big wrecks just like what you had there?
Honestly, tonight I don't know. I wanted to get a win. I wanted to win tonight. I wanted to steal the deal. I wanted to make my first win tonight, and I didn't quite achieve that, but a second place is a great step towards it. Yeah, I always seem to be good when we come to these play tracks. I'm always there at the end lurking. So, it sucks that I couldn't beat Chad, but, P2 will definitely help me, especially getting into the playoffs, which I'm on the verge of, and, some of the other guys that I had the race tonight didn't have such great nights, which probably helps too.
Yeah, we were just talking to Dewar getting that 3rd place run. You were right there, right behind him as well. So, having a pretty good night here tonight. Where did you finish in half number 1? Got 22nd. So you and Dewar kind of had both rough half number 1s, but able to kind of rally here in half number 2.
Yeah, the no caution in half 1 kind of. I had to check up for that, and checking for it put me in a group that got stuck, halfway around the track from the leaders. So just kind of tried to do the best of what I had there, but not much I could have done.
Yeah, and you did what you had to do here in half number 2. Johnny, got anything for Nick?
Yeah, it looked like a fairly easy wreck to miss, Nick. Did you full throttle, or just did you let up throttle at all? Break it? What happened?
I'm gonna go check my throttle traces. When I saw the wreck starting to happen, I was completely out. I tapped the brake real quick, and then I was right back in the throttle as soon as I realized I was gonna make it. I wanted to clear it as quick as I could so I didn't get caught in it.
Yeah, you basically had like the easiest path there from the onboard camera. But
yeah, it looked like he was the only one that wasn't a threat of getting hit by another car.
Scooted your way on through. It's like Sunday drive.
Yeah.
You never know though. You know, sometimes you think you have it cleared, and then there's a car that just suddenly flies down the track. So
Is that one of those moments where you're just sitting there like, please don't hit me, please don't hit me, please don't hit me?
pretty much. Everything was kind of going slow mo, and man, I don't know. I mean, you'll probably get to see it, but later. But obviously, I was on Adam Peeler's stream, so you're gonna get to hear the emotion of that on his stream. Go check it out.
Yeah, I got to go check that out indeed. But before we send you off here, Nick, two things. Next week going into Rockingham again, still fighting for that playoff spot. What are kind of your goals going into next week, and also if any shoutouts you want to give?
All right, so my goals for next week is honestly do as good as I did in the trucks last season in trucks when I put in a top 10 quality effort and then ran really well in both halves, finished in the top 10 both halves. Just a solid day at Rockingham is what I think I'm going to need, and then let the other chips fall into place. I'm not exactly in control of my own destiny right now, but with a little bit of help, I can make it in.
Hey, and if that golden horseshoe of luck can strike one more time next week at Rockingham, you might be getting in there. That's for sure. Awesome run. But any shoutouts before you head off?
Yeah, I'd like to shout out Adam Peeler and the rest of the Nurse Aviator guys, as well as Rack Racing. They've been awesome to me. They host me in their Discord every week. It's great to hang out with them. It makes racing a little bit easier sometimes when you get nervous. And my dad for watching every week, as I've said multiple times. I ran the Ukraine banner again. I'll keep running that till the war's over. And also, I forgot to post again. Hate doing that. My aunt, she watches every race she can when I remember to post them on my Facebook. And my family, just for getting me a steering wheel a couple years back, letting me do this. This is awesome. And my former teammates Kyle and Brandon, they helped make this team what it is today. So I don't know. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to remember everything.
Hey, but hopefully next week after Rockingham, we'll see you right back up here in the booth once again. Glad to talk to you again there, buddy. And I'm glad that I didn't jinx you here tonight, because otherwise I might have had your dad and your aunt, coming to my house with pitchforks or something.
Maybe. Who knows?
All right, good run, Nick, and we'll see you next week at Rockingham.
Yep.
You bet Nicholas Monticelli coming home in second. Just like you said, Sunday driving right by that, Johnny. It was. I wonder if he had his. I forgot to ask if he had his elbow out the window as he was driving
Sipping
by.
a nice cold sweet tea.
That's right.
Sunglasses on.
Jamming out to the radio. But next up, we'll bring in Mr. Babe Ruth himself. What in the heck, Chet, is... me and Johnny were arguing. Was that how you drew it up?
Hell no. What do you think I drew it up like that?
I was betting that somewhere in your house there's a notepad and it had that exact scenario played out. What was your view through that wild ride there out of turn 4?
What view? I forgot it even happened.
You just kind of black out and just hope for the best?
Yeah, honest to God, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. But I was just sitting there on the final lap. I thought they were gonna wreck on the front stretch, not going into 3. I didn't know it was gonna happen like that. But like with what happened when Eckert got spun out of the lead, I was just waiting to see what happened, and then once I knew where they were wrecking, I just hooked the left, prayed to God. He answered the prayer.
Answer the prayer. Here you are in victory lane, and I mean, going to that last lap, you were bound and determined, to win this race, and kind of being mired back there, kind of watching this replay. I mean, what were you, 9th around there, and kind of you had to be kind of bummed out that it looked like you didn't really quite have a shot unless something like this happened, and lo and behold, not only did it happen, but you got through it. Maybe not quite the way you want to win it, but I'm sure as heck you'll take it.
Oh, I'm absolutely going to take it. Considering how close I've gotten this entire season, I feel like I've been close to a win multiple times. Vegas, Indianapolis, had good shots at Chicagoland. The 1.5 miles are my strong suits. I finished like 3rd or 5th. I think, no, I was like 7th at Homestead. But yeah, given how many times I've come up short, I feel like it was about that time to get a win. Not the track I expected by a long shot. I hate this place. But kind of like it now, just a little bit.
I was just gonna ask if
You should.
if it should change a little bit, but Johnny, got anything for Chad?
I'm kind of speechless by the just watching the wreck again, Chad. But congratulations. Not too many people can call their shot and then deliver. So you did it. You pulled a Joe Namath. Congratulations on the win.
I feel like myself. I don't know.
you
Well,
don't
good to feel like
What's that?
yourself.
I got nothing to come up with.
Hopefully you don't feel like anybody else.
Yeah,
I mean,
literally.
it was almost like Joe Namath, Babe Ruth,
A
Michael
combination.
Jordan.
This
Yeah,
is
all
bigger
rolled
than
into
that.
one. Yeah, it's way bigger than that.
Oh man. Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, and then I got to do a full 188 laps tomorrow because IDK, he's going to be streaming. Started at 8, I believe. I'll be in the 6 for that race. Next gen to Dega. So, got some good practice in. Got a dub. So, overall, a pretty successful night.
Yeah, are you gonna you're gonna hop on the simulator tomorrow night with a little bit more swagger after this win?
Joe Namath.
What swagger do I have?
Hey, you got it all right now, man. You won the wild one.
Dude, a skinny man just won under the team name Fat Racing. There's nothing more ironic than that. I'm 125 pounds.
Well, hey, maybe now you kind of build some muscle up, or maybe some fat. Whatever your teammates want you to do more, and develop a little bit of a swagger walk.
Dude, I am too much of a nerd to even try that. Tell you what though, tomorrow, gonna go down to the market. There's a guy who has a 2003, if I'm not mistaken, 2003 Jimmy Johnson Lowe's jacket.
Hey,
About to get that for like 45, 50 bucks.
I think after this win, you deserve to treat yourself. That's for
Definitely.
sure. Yeah. But with that, any shout outs you want to give?
A shout out to Sad and Fat Racing for having a lot of teamwork in both races. Wester Green for winning half one. Shout out to myself for winning half two and calling it. I don't know how. Same goes for you guys, putting on this stuff every Thursday night, making it fun, entertaining, actually getting involved with the broadcast, making it enjoyable. Shout out to Vic for putting this on. It's gotten a lot better given past seasons. It's come from the ground up, and I think with this we've hit something big.
Hit something big indeed, and again, getting that victory here tonight. Next week at Rockingham, though, I guess before I send you off and let you celebrate this win and get yourself sized up for that Jimmy Johnson jacket, what do you think about your chances? What's the shot called for next week at Rockingham?
Top 10.
Yeah,
I am not
fair.
winning either of those. Do you really think I have a shot at Rockingham?
Hey, you never know.
Oh no, I know.
I
know.
didn't think you had a shot, going to the last lap here tonight, but here you are.
Man, don't ever doubt me. I'll finish 7th, both halves. Watch it happen.
Ooh, hey, you called your shot once.
I'm gonna start getting lotto numbers from Chad.
No kidding. Yeah, what's the winning lotto number?
What's your pick 3?
What's their lotto numbers?
I don't know. I think it's all up to you now, Chad, because I think that's what we roll with here tonight. But again, congratulations. Go celebrate, man. That was an awesome win.
They're gonna want me to go to Vegas with them.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll take you to Vegas right now. We might
Sweet,
be
book
right
the
now.
flight.
All right. Chad Thornquist, winner of half number 2. A wild one indeed, Johnny. It's something, I guess, not unprecedented here at Talladega, but I think every time you see it, it puts you right on the edge of your seat.
Yeah, like I told. Oh no!
Wow, that was quick work there by Carlos.
He's been working
I
on
love
that
it.
for the last 10 minutes.
I've been quiet for a
That's
couple minutes.
Yeah, that was still pretty good. That was still good.
I mean, Talladega, it's like I was saying, you know, as they're winding the laps down, this is one of the most exciting tracks in the circuit and always produces a finish where you either laugh or you're speechless. It's never boring here. So, and this is why they fill the place up in real life, and this is why we get, you know, 40 to 43 cars in league racing every time we come here.
Yeah, it usually never disappoints, and here tonight, both halves providing you know, two different styles of great racing. One more methodical, the other one more chaos, and both were really fun to watch indeed. Well, Johnny, I glad you joined me up in the booth
sure.
here, gave me a little relief, and best of luck to you Monday.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I'm going to be hopping up with Carlos and David and Dom, so it'll be fun. I appreciate it. OSCA is an awesome league, and I love joining it. Like I mentioned earlier, you know, I wish I could be racing all the events here, but a little time constraints keep me away, but it's fun to come up here with you guys.
Yeah, it's glad having you. Welcome back anytime you please. Always fun talking to you, and I'm hoping Monday I won't have time restrictions preventing me from missing a race, but hopefully be back out there racing out
For
there.
sure.
But
That'll be fun.
yeah, it should be a good time. But again, thanks, Johnny. And for all of you, those who tuned in here tonight, we'll wrap round 11 here at Talladega. Westergreen and Thornquist, your winners here. Be sure to tune in next week, same time, right here on 3 Wide Television as we head to the Rock. But until then, good night now.